my name is Justyn. Today I wanted to talk to those of you new instructors who mastered music, phrasing, and measures and are looking to see how do I take choreography and put the choreography now to the music. Big thing that I want you to walk away with, if you walk away with anything else from this video, is that starting at the top of the phrase, initiating your movement at the top of the phrase, starting your movement pattern at the top of the phrase is the biggest thing you can do as an instructor. Reason for this is we're not just teaching choreography to people, it actually makes our jobs easier if we can kind of subconsciously teach the members how to hear a phrase. And members start to learn the phrasing the more and more that you use it. And they don't realize that they know it, but soon you won't even have to cue. They can just go at the top of the phrase themselves because they'll learn to hear it. So that's a big thing that you want to learn to do. And what I mean by that is, let's say you introduce a move, you want to hold that move, and then on the next phrase of music, that's when you introduce the next movement. Or let's say you're waiting to start and you're just jumping rope or marching it out. Hold that until the top of the phrase, and then initiate your first movement. Let's say that you miss a phrase, oh my goodness, what do I do now? Just keep that same pattern that you're doing until the next phrase. The phrase will always come back around. There's no worries about that. Alright, so now I understand how the phrasing works. Let's get into the measures and the choreography. Now, this is an abstract way, and I'm going to give you some concrete details about learning it. What I want you to do is I want you to break the phrases up into what you have is a learning phrase and then your performance phrase. Your learning phrase is where you're going to be learning the move, and then your performance phrase is where you put the move together as the actual final piece and product. Alright? Now, your measures, A, B, C, D, actually become your choreography. So measure A's piece of choreography, measure B's choreography, C's choreography, and D's choreography. How many pieces of choreography do you have in one phrase? 4. 4, that's it. So let's go ahead and use turbo kick as an example. Alright, and let's say that our choreography is a double bob, boom, a step knee, throw, throw, a twist, a quick cross with a zigzag and a knee, boom. Let's say that that's our final piece. That's what we want to perform. That's what we're hoping to teach people. Well, we got to start by introducing it piece by piece. So we're going to wait, jump rope, till the top of the phrase. We hear it coming. Okay, we're ready to go. What's the first move? The double bob. That is not only the double bob, it's also going to be measure A. Let's count out the double bob. Let's count out the beats we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. There are 8 counts in the double bob. How many counts are in measure? 8. So, measure A is the double bob, fits perfectly. What we're going to do is we're going to learn to use that first phrase as our learning phrase, and we're just going to hold the double bob for the whole 32 counts. We're going to practice it. Now we got to go into the next move. Alright, so we finished that. We're ready for the next move. What was the second move? Throw, 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 right? So, how many counts are in a step knee? 1, 2. There's only 2 counts in a step knee. Now the step knee is supposed to be measure B of the choreography. How many counts are in a measure? 8. We only have 2. We need 6 more. Let's not make this rocket science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it simple. There are your 8 counts, alright? So instead of doing 1 step knee, you're going to do 4. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the learning phrase, measure A, B, C, D, and teach that step knee to them. Now, what we got to do is we got to teach people that those 2 movements, the double bob and the step knee, aren't different from each other. One doesn't happen on one phrase and one happens on the other. They actually happen within the same phrase. So what we got to do is we got to perform that move together within the same phrase. So we'll start at the top of the phrase, measure A, boom, boom, measure B, measure C, and measure D. So we made that even, and we showed people that those 2 movements actually happen within the same phrase, which is what we want people to understand with choreography. Now, we know, and the class doesn't know this yet, that the step knee is actually supposed to be measure B. That's the movement for measure B. So now what we got to start doing is we got to start taking the moves and putting them in the right spots in the phrase. right spots. We got to take the step knee and put it in measure B. We can't leave it in measure C. We got to move it up there. So we'll start again at the next phrase. Double bob, boom. Then measure B's here, throw, throw. Okay, we got to measure C. What do? Do we introduce the new move yet? No, we got to wait for the top of the phrase to introduce anything new. So what we'll do is just go ahead and repeat that pattern. Measure A, boom, and measure B, acting as measure D. All right, so there's our whole phrase. Now we're ready to introduce the next move. The next move is the move for measure C. So the move for measure C, if you remember, it's going to be a twist. That was going to be our move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many counts are in a measure? 8. So how many twists do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 2 twists to make up that whole measure. So what we're going to do is we'll take that learning phrase and we'll let them twist through the whole 32 counts. And then when we're ready to perform it, we'll put it all together. Measure A, boom, measure B, then we'll do the new move, measure C, we'll put it right in its spot. We don't have a D yet, and we don't introduce new moves. And in the middle of the phrase, we wait until the top of the phrase to introduce a new move. So what should we do for D? Let's just repeat C. All right, so now we're ready to learn the last piece. We need the measure D move. What is the measure D move? The quick cross, the zigzag, and the knee. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What was that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 counts. It's perfect. It's a whole measure. So we'll use that learning phrase. We'll let them do that for the whole learning phrase, and then we'll put it in. So from the top, the whole thing, measure A, measure B, measure C, measure D, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the top of the phrase repeats and we're ready to go again, or introduce a new move. So that's how it works. So when you look at your choreography, look at, okay, so this is my 32 counts. What is the movement that goes with measure A? What is the move that goes with measure B? What is measure C? What is measure D? Let me just teach A. Just worry about A. Get in the class to do A. Then worrying about B. Then put A and B together. Then put them in the right spots. Then worry about C. Then put it all together. Then worry about D. Then put the thing together, and you got your whole piece of choreography. It makes it so much simpler. It's kind of abstract, so if you have further questions about it, I'll be happy to give you details. Let me know. Once again, my name is Justyn. Ask me any questions that you like. For those of you that want to learn how to cue, keep your eyes open. I'll be sending you a video very soon. Thank you very much.